The sound sends shivers down your spine, a single crack that silences 60,000 people before unleashing a roar that shakes the stadium to its foundation. The ball disappears into the night sky like a shooting star in reverse, and standing at the center of this universe is one man. They say records are meant to be broken, but what about the ones that seem impossible? 175 runs in just 66 balls. 17 sixes in a single innings. Over 1,000 sixes in T20 cricket alone. Numbers that defy logic, physics, and everything we thought was possible in the gentleman's game. But today I'm going to reveal how one man from the streets of Kingston transformed not just cricket statistics, but cricket culture itself. The story of Gayle isn't just about cricket, it's about how one man's refusal to accept limitations changed an entire sport forever. Stay with me for the next 25 minutes, and I promise you'll never watch cricket the same way again. And if you're not a cricket fan, you might just become one by the end of this video. The year is 1979. In Kingston, Jamaica, a boy is born into humble beginnings, far from the spotlight that would one day follow his every move. Christopher Henry Gayle enters a world where cricket isn't just a sport, it's a pathway out of poverty, a dream shared by countless Caribbean children. The streets of Kingston become young Chris's first cricket academy. With makeshift bats carved from whatever materials are available and balls fashioned from tape and rubber, he spends endless hours perfecting a technique that would one day revolutionize the sport. His natural talent is obvious from the beginning. An uncanny hand-eye coordination combined with a frame that promises power once matured. But talent alone doesn't explain the phenomenon Gayle would become. The foundation of his extraordinary career was built on something deeper. The unwavering support of a family with limited means but unlimited belief in their son. Dudley Gayle, Chris's father, often worked extra hours just to buy proper cricket equipment for his son. This sacrifice wasn't lost on young Chris, who channeled this support into a fierce determination. The journey from those dusty Kingston streets to professional cricket wasn't straightforward. For every natural talent like Gayle, there are thousands who never make it past local leagues. Resources were scarce, professional coaching was a luxury, and opportunities were limited. But what separated Gayle was not just his physical gifts but his mental fortitude. A stubborn refusal to accept that his circumstances should limit his potential. By his teenage years, Gayle's exceptional talent began turning heads at the Lucas Cricket Club, one of Jamaica's oldest cricket institutions. Here, his raw ability started to be refined under structured guidance. His power hitting, even as a teenager, was unlike anything coaches had seen before. It wasn't just that he could hit the ball hard, many could do that. It was the effortlessness with which he generated power, the seemingly casual swing that sent balls soaring impossible distances. This natural gift would become his trademark, but at this early stage, it needed to be harnessed within the technical demands of formal cricket. The transition wasn't always smooth. Gayle had to learn to temper his aggressive instincts, to build innings rather than just demolish bowling attacks. There were failures, frustrations, and moments of doubt. But these challenges shaped him, teaching him resilience and adaptability, qualities that would prove as valuable as his natural talent in the years to come. By his late teens, he had secured his place in the Jamaica national team, where his performances began demanding attention from West Indies selectors. In 1999, at just 19 years old, Gayle made his one-day international debut against India. The following year, he earned his test cap against Zimbabwe. These early international appearances weren't spectacular. They gave little indication of the dominating force he would become. Positioned initially as a middle-order batsman, Gayle showed promise but hadn't yet found his perfect role in the team. The early 2000s marked a period of growth and development, with flashes of brilliance suggesting untapped potential. The turning point came when Gayle was promoted to open the batting. This seemingly simple tactical shift would change the trajectory of his career and eventually, the approach to opening batting across cricket. As an opener, Gayle found the freedom to express himself fully. He could set the tone of an innings, face the new ball, and most importantly, dictate terms to the opposition from the very first delivery. His approach was revolutionary, rather than the traditional cautious start associated with opening batsmen. Gayle approached his innings like a hurricane making landfall. Bowlers who had been trained to exploit vulnerabilities in the opening overs suddenly found themselves facing a batsman who treated their best deliveries with contempt. In 2004, the cricket world got its first real glimpse of Gayle's match-winning potential when he played a crucial role in West Indies' ICC Champions Trophy victory. His performances throughout the tournament showcased not just his power but his ability to adapt to different conditions and opposition. This was Gayle announcing himself on the global stage, a sign that he wasn't just a big hitter but a big game player. The following year, he scored a magnificent triple century against South Africa in Test cricket, silencing critics who questioned whether his aggressive style could succeed in the game's longest format. But it was the introduction of T20 cricket that would truly define Gayle's legacy. In 2007, the inaugural T20 World Cup provided the perfect stage for Gayle's explosive batting style. In the tournament's first match, he made history by becoming the first player to score a T20 international century, a blistering 117 against South Africa that announced his arrival as the format's first global superstar. The T20 format seemed tailor-made for Gayle's natural game, the perfect canvas for his artistic destruction. Here was a format that valued precisely what Gayle offered: rapid scoring, boundary hitting, and the ability to demoralize bowling attacks within a matter of overs. The true revelation came with the launch of the Indian Premier League in 2000. This glitzy high-stakes T20 league brought together the world's best players in a format that prioritized entertainment as much as cricket skill. Surprisingly, Gayle wasn't picked up in the initial auction, an oversight that would soon seem laughable. When he eventually joined the Kolkata Knight Riders as a replacement player, his impact was immediate. He demonstrated that T20 cricket wasn't just about mindless slogging but required a strategic approach to power hitting, knowing when to attack, which bowlers to target, and how to pace an innings in the condensed format. It was his move to Royal Challengers Bangalore in 2011, however, that truly cemented his legacy as the ultimate T20 specialist. Gayle exploded into a form so dominant that it redefined what was possible in the format. The 2011 season saw him amass 608 runs with an astonishing strike rate of over 183, earning him the orange cap for the tournament's highest run scorer. His approach was both simple and devastating: respect nothing, fear no one, hit everything in sight. Then came April 23, 2013, the day Gayle produced arguably. Facing Pune Warriors, he unleashed an assault so brutal that it seemed to belong to the realm of video games rather than real cricket. His unbeaten 175 off just 66 balls included a record 17 sixes and 13 fours. The statistics are staggering. He reached his 100 in just 30 balls, a T20 record at the time, and helped Royal Challengers Bangalore post 263 fifths, then the highest team total in T20 history. That single performance encapsulated everything that made Gayle special: the effortless power, the nonchalant demeanor, and the ability to make the extraordinary seem routine. It wasn't just the runs he scored or the rate at which he scored them, it was the psychological impact. Bowlers approached their run-ups already defeated. Captains set fields knowing no boundary was large enough. Spectators stopped watching the game and started watching the man. This wasn't just cricket, this was the Gayle show. The Gayle Storm, as it came to be known, wasn't confined to the IPL. He dominated T20 leagues around the world: the Big Bash in Australia, the Caribbean Premier League, the Bangladesh Premier League, and many others. He became cricket's first true globetrotter, a mercenary who could change the fortunes of any franchise lucky enough to secure his services. His achievements in the format are staggering: first to 10,000 T20 runs, holder of the record for most centuries in the format. and the undisputed king of six hitting with over 1,000 sixes in T20 cricket, a record that stands far above any competitor. But perhaps Gayle's greatest contribution to T20 cricket wasn't statistical but stylistic. He brought a Caribbean flair and showmanship that transformed matches into entertainment spectacles. The trademark celebrations, the Gangnam-style dance, the push-ups after reaching milestones, the raising of the bat to acknowledge even modest achievements with the grandeur of a gladiator. These became as much a part of the Gayle brand as the towering sixes. Cricket, traditionally a sport of restraint and understatement, had found its rock star. While T20 franchise cricket turned Gayle into a global superstar, his contributions to West Indies cricket remained significant throughout his career. In 2012, he played a pivotal role in helping the West Indies capture the ICC World T20 title, bringing major international silverware back to the Caribbean for the first time in decades. His aggressive batting at the top of the order set the tone for a team that recaptured some of the flair and dominance that had characterized West Indies cricket in its golden era. Gayle's dominance wasn't limited to T20 yet. In one-day internationals, he continued to evolve as a batsman, combining his natural aggression with a newfound ability to build innings. In the 2015 World Cup, he etched his name in the record books by scoring the fastest World Cup century, reaching the milestone in just 50 balls against Zimbabwe. That innings included 16 sixes, another World Cup record, demonstrating that even as he entered his mid-30s, his power-hitting abilities remained undiminished. In Test cricket, perhaps the format least suited to his natural game, Gayle's achievements are often overlooked, but equally impressive. He is one of only 4 players to have scored 2 triple centuries in Test cricket, placing him in the elite company of Don Bradman, Brian Lara, and Virender Sehwag. His ability to concentrate for long periods while maintaining his aggressive instincts made him a unique Test opener, capable of weathering the toughest periods before launching devastating counterattacks. What made Gayle special wasn't just his extraordinary batting, but the larger-than-life persona he cultivated. Somewhere along his journey, Christopher Henry Gayle transformed into the Universe Boss, a nickname he gave himself that somehow didn't seem like an exaggeration. This wasn't just a player, this was a brand, a phenomenon, an experience. The Universe Boss persona was characterized by unshakable confidence that bordered on arrogance, yet was delivered with such charisma that it rarely felt offensive. Whether he was boldly proclaiming himself as the best batsman in the world, or challenging bowlers to try and dismiss him, Gayle's confidence became part of his mystique. He didn't just want to succeed, he expected to succeed, and this mentality often translated into intimidation for opponents before he even faced his first delivery. This larger-than-life character extended beyond the cricket field. His social media presence became legendary, offering glimpses into a lifestyle as extravagant as his batting. Party videos, luxury cars, lavish homes and celebrity friendships. Gayle embraced the rock star lifestyle that came with his cricketing success. He was unapologetic about enjoying the fruits of his labor, creating a personal brand that transcended cricket and entered popular culture. However, this same persona also landed him in controversy. The infamous "Don't Blush Baby" incident during an interview with Australian reporter Mel McLaughlin in 2016 highlighted the thin line between charisma and inappropriateness. Gayle's comment was widely criticized as sexist and unprofessional, resulting in a $10,000 fine from his Big Bash League team. This incident damaged his reputation and sparked important conversations about behavior and respect in sports. Similarly, his legal battle with Fairfax Media over allegations of inappropriate behavior during the 2015 World Cup showed another side of the Universe Boss persona. His public spat with former teammate Ramnaresh Sarwan further illustrated the combustible nature that sometimes accompanied his larger-than-life character. Yet, despite these controversies, Gayle's charisma and authenticity continued to win him fans across the globe. He represented something important in cricket, the idea that one could be both extraordinarily skilled and unabashedly entertaining. In an era where cricketers were increasingly becoming corporate and media-trained, Gayle remained refreshingly authentic, for better or worse. The Universe Boss wasn't just a nickname, it was a statement that cricket could be both serious sport and joyous entertainment. While cricket remained Gayle's primary focus, his interest and influence expanded far beyond the boundary ropes. Like many athletes with global appeal, Gayle ventured into business and entertainment, leveraging his personal brand to create opportunities off the field. In November 2020, he surprised fans by launching a music career with a dancehall music video called We Come Out to Party, followed by collaborations with artists like Indian rapper Emiwe Bantai. These ventures showcased Gayle's willingness to step outside his comfort zone and explore new creative outlets. More significantly, Gayle channeled his success into philanthropy and community development. In 2015, he established the Chris Gayle Academy with the goal of helping disadvantaged children in Jamaica and the United Kingdom improve their lives through sports. The academy focuses not just on cricketing skills but on personal development, providing young people with opportunities they might otherwise never have accessed. Through the Chris Gayle Foundation, he has implemented various community initiatives, including Christmas treats, back-to-school programs, and fundraising events that have touched countless lives in Jamaica. These philanthropic endeavors reveal a depth to Gayle that often goes unnoticed behind the Universe Boss facade. They speak to a man who, despite his flamboyant lifestyle, remains connected to his roots and committed to creating pathways for the next generation. In a region where cricket has historically been more than just a sport, serving as a vehicle for social mobility and national pride, Gayle's efforts to provide opportunities for young cricketers carry special significance. On a personal front, Gayle found stability with his partner Natasha Berridge. In 2016, they welcomed their daughter, Chrysalina Gayle. Becoming a father marked a new chapter in Gayle's life, adding another dimension to a man often defined solely by his cricketing exploits and extravagant lifestyle. That same year, he published his autobiography, Six Machine. I Don't Like Cricket, I Love It, offering fans insights into the man behind the legendary batting performances and larger-than-life persona. As Chris Gayle's playing career has wound down, the conversation has naturally shifted to his legacy. How will cricket remember the Universe Boss? What impact has he had on the game? First and foremost, Gayle's impact on batting cannot be overstated. He revolutionized the opener's role in limited overs cricket, transforming it from a position of careful accumulation to one of aggressive dominance. Before Gayle, opening batsmen were expected to see off the new ball, build a platform, and minimize risks. After Gayle, the expectations changed. Openers were now potential match winners from ball one, capable of putting the opposition under immediate pressure. This shift in approach has influenced an entire generation of batsmen. His six-hitting ability redefined what was possible on a cricket field. Boundaries that once seemed massive suddenly appeared inadequate when Gayle was at the crease. His technique for hitting sixes, the stable base, the minimal footwork, the full extension of the arms, and the perfect follow-through, has been studied and emulated by countless young cricketers. The art of power hitting in cricket now has Gayle's signature all over it. In T20 cricket specifically, Gayle's impact has been transformative. He was the format's first true global superstar, demonstrating how a single player could become bigger than the teams he represented. His approach to T20 batting, aggressive from the outset, targeting specific bowlers, and maximizing the power play, has become the template for success in the format. Every franchise now searches for their own Gayle, the game-changing opener who can single-handedly win matches. For West Indies cricket, Gayle's legacy is more nuanced. He emerged during a period of decline for a once dominant cricketing nation, carrying the hopes of Caribbean fans through difficult times. While he couldn't restore West Indies to the consistent excellence of previous eras, his performances provided moments of joy and pride. His role in their T20 World Cup victories in 2012 and 2016, gave a new generation of West Indian fans the experience of international success, something that had been rare in the previous 2 decades. Perhaps Gayle's most significant legacy is how he changed cricket's cultural landscape. He brought Caribbean flair, joy, and expressiveness to a sport that has often been bound by tradition and restraint. The celebrations, the nicknames, the unabashed confidence, Gayle showed that cricket could be entertaining without sacrificing quality or intensity. In an era where sports and entertainment have become increasingly intertwined, Gayle was ahead of the curve, understanding that fans wanted not just athletic excellence but personality and showmanship. From the streets of Kingston to cricket stadiums across the globe, Gayle's journey embodies the power of raw talent combined with unwavering self-belief. The numbers are staggering: over 14,000 T20 runs, more than 1,000 sixes across formats, 42 international centuries, but they only tell part of the story. The true measure of Gayle's impact lies in how he transformed not just cricket statistics, but cricket culture itself. As we reflect on the career of the universe boss, one thing becomes abundantly clear: cricket will never see another quite like Gayle. In a world that often encourages conformity, Gayle chose authenticity. In a sport that traditionally valued understatement, he embraced expression. In moments where others might have doubted, he remained unapologetically confident. This wasn't just about cricket, this was about showing the world that you can succeed on your own terms. So here's the real lesson from Gayle's extraordinary journey. The boundaries that limit us are often the ones we accept in our minds. Gayle never accepted them, not on the cricket field, not in life. He redefined what was possible with a cricket bat in hand and challenged us all to think bigger, to swing harder at the opportunities life presents. Whether you're a cricket fan or not, there's something powerful in that message. If you've enjoyed this dive into the universe boss's extraordinary career, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and join our community of sports enthusiasts. We'll be bringing you more in-depth stories of sporting legends who changed their games forever. And if you know someone who needs a dose of Gale Force inspiration, share this video with them. After all, we could all use a little universe boss energy in our lives. Drop your favorite Gayle moment in the comments below, and let's celebrate the man who taught us that sometimes the most revolutionary act is simply to believe that you're capable of changing the game. This is Sporting Legends signing off. Until next time, keep breaking boundaries, just like the universe boss himself.